Welcome to Immigration Quicktake. This is Ellie Rutledge Silver with the American Immigration Lawyers Association. Last week, AILA's Department of State Committee met with DOS, and to recap the meeting is Committee Chair Daniel Parisi. Daniel, thanks for joining me. The Liaison Committee spoke with DOS about advice for visa applicants when a consular post is closed or there is no DOS presence in the country. What did DOS have to say?
We specifically asked DOS about visa applications in Turkey, Russia, and Venezuela. And as our members know, the diplomatic relations between the US and those three countries are strained at the moment. What we were able to confirm is that there are no designations made for alternative posts if there are diplomatic relations with the host country. The visa issuance post has to be closed for an alternative post to be designated. For the moment, immigrant visas are being issued in Turkey, Russia, and Venezuela. And as has always been the case, non-immigrant visa applicants can apply wherever they are physically present and lawfully present, with all of the 214B caveats that apply. We were able to confirm as well that the ties to your home country to overcome 214B don't necessarily have to be to the person's home country or to the country in which they're applying for the visa, as long as they are ties outside the US. So by proving ties outside the US and intent to return to a country outside the US, the applicant has as good a chance as most to overcome 214B. So NIV applications are being accepted wherever the applicant is physically present. One distinction we can draw are for three posts that are actually closed and have been designated as closed by the State Department, and those are Syria, Iran, and Cuba. We were able to confirm, as Cuba is a new post closure where we don't have any visa issuance at the moment because there's only one visa officer, one consular officer there who could not possibly handle the number of Cuban applicants processing visas, that Bogota, Colombia has been designated as the visa issuance post for Cuban immigrant visas. Of course, like any applicant, Cubans can apply for non-immigrant visas wherever they are, but immigrant visas for Cubans will be processed in Bogota. And the State Department has discussed this with the government of Colombia, and they are aware that Cuban nationals will be applying for visas to Colombia so that they can process their US visas there. Of course, there's no guarantee that the Cuban national will be given the visa for Colombia, but the government of Colombia is aware that there will be a number of Cubans seeking visas so that they can process their US visas in Colombia.
Did DOS provide any updates on the Buy American, Hire American changes that have been made to the Foreign Affairs Manual?
The Buy American, Hire American executive order was a large part of our discussions with the State Department. And what we were able to confirm is that the inclusion of the language in the FAM does not provide any new adjudicatory requirement, especially as it pertains to petition-based classifications, H's, O's, L's, etc. And the language that was included was simply to clarify the administration's goals, and those are to look for fraud and abuse in visa categories. And that's something that the State Department does and has been doing and will continue to do. So the inclusion of that language was more to confirm that consular officers should continue to look for fraud and abuse in non-immigrant classifications. Specifically for E2s, we also confirmed that there isn't an adjudicatory change, but the State Department did remind us that the language of 9 FAM 402-97C provides that consular officers can look at the availability of US workers in the context of essentially skilled employees. And the way that that might pan out in practice is if someone were essential to the development or the setup of a new E in the US, and the E enterprise has been operating for several years, and that person's skills brought over from abroad may not be as essential as they were at the outset, and a US worker could do that job. The consular officers in that circumstance only are allowed to look at the potential availability of US workers.
What is the relationship between DOS and the committee like under this administration?
I think our relationship with the State Department is stronger than it's ever been. We received a wonderful email after the in-person meeting thanking us for certain things that we brought to the State Department's attention with regard to certain evidence we gave them of adjudications that we didn't agree with or asked them to look into in more detail. And the email not only thanked us, but confirmed that they would be looking into those adjudications and that the information we gave them would feature heavily in further conversations that they're having. We get the impression from our correspondence throughout the year, and certainly from the way we're received by the State Department at our in-person meeting, that they welcome AILA's involvement, and certainly we welcome their involvement. And we feel that we're on the same side, that we're both trying to move the agency forward to represent its interests and the interests of visa applicants around the world.
Thanks, Daniel, for joining me. For the rest of you, please stay tuned for more updates from the American Immigration Lawyers Association.